Hi guys! If you love cooking as much as I do, please subscribe and like. My dream is 1,000 subscribers.
Do you know what you started? I just came here to party, but now we're rocking on the dance floor, acting naughty. 지금 난 간절히 원해 한 조각의 peace of mind. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yeah. Assalamu alaikum, alaikum, yeah. Assalamu alaikum. Be down. No fighting, stick around. Wish I was the type of girl that you take over to mama. Type of girl I know you fellas and be proud of. I'll be proud of, I'll be proud of, I'll be proud, you know. 이 작은 불빛이 너에게 와닿길 바래. 이 작은 불잎이 너와 눈 마주치길 바래.
Here's how to make these 3-ingredient Biscoff crispy cups. They honestly taste amazing and they could not be easier to make. Just some white chocolate with Biscoff spread and Rice Krispies. The full recipe is in the caption, and make sure you follow me for lots of more easy and delicious recipes.
Let's make Biscoff Rice Krispies. Start off by melting some marshmallows, Biscoff, and butter for 30 seconds. Mix her up and then add your Rice Krispie cereal until it's able to clump together. Spread it in a sheet pan. Top it off with crushed Biscoff and sea salt. Melt some Biscoff and condensed milk and add it on top. Pop it in the fridge and you're good to go. It's so delicious and chewy. Let me know if you try it. Enjoy!
I'm not exaggerating when I say this is one of the nicest things I've ever eaten. It's low in calories and high in protein, so it's perfect to eat as part of a fat loss journey. If you need more recipes like this, drop me a follow. I post them every day. Just break 2 Weetabix into a tub, pour a wee bit of milk on top and mash that down with a fork to make a nice flat base layer. Top that with a vanilla protein yogurt and crushed Biscoff biscuit. Then melt a wee bit of Biscoff spread to drizzle on top. Enjoy, and don't forget to hit follow.
Let's make my Biscoff banana bread. This is actually accidentally vegan because I'm allergic to dairy and egg. I'll put all the quantities in the caption, but this is self-raising flour, light brown sugar, then you're going to add some baking soda, lots of mashed bananas, and then soy milk or whatever milk you want, white wine vinegar or apple cider vinegar, oil, and some vanilla essence, and then I mix it all up. Then I melt some Biscoff spread so it's easier to mix in, and then I mix it in, and then cook it at 180 degrees Celsius for 45 minutes.
Making the cutest Lotus Biscoff Christmas trees. Lay down the puff pastry sheet and spread Biscoff cream onto it. Cut stripes and gently wrap the puff pastry around the bamboo stick, creating a Christmas tree-like figure. Make the star. You can also use a cookie cutter if you have one. Attach the star to the top of the tree and place the trees into the oven. Once ready, sprinkle them with icing sugar to create a snowy look. Super cute and tasty. Perfect for a Christmas gathering.
You have to try these Biscoff Rice Crispy high protein cups. Melt some Muscle Nation protein chocolate, add a little bit of coconut oil, microwave until completely melted. Add in your soy protein crisp. I did 2 cups into the chocolate and give that a mix. Add in whatever protein you like. I added the macro mike protein and it's delicious. Just scoop those into your cups and then add some melted Biscoff on top, of course. And just to top it off, add a little bit of Biscoff on top as well. These were only 245 calories and 23 grams of protein.
Wie ein veganes Frühstück so lecker und dabei noch relativ gesund sein kann, zeige ich euch heute mit diesem Oreo Baked Oats Rezept. Für das Grundrezept brauchen wir eine Banane, Haferflocken, Backpulver, eine Milch und ein Süßungsmittel nach Wahl. Das Ganze wird vermixt und auf 2 Schalen aufgeteilt. Auf der einen Seite kommt etwas Vanille-Proteinpulver dazu und auf der anderen Seite Kakaopulver, und die Oreos kommen natürlich auch noch zum Einsatz. Da habe ich jeweils einen Keks dazu gegeben, und die 2 Teige werden jetzt, so wie ihr es sehen könnt, in eine Backform gegeben und für ca. 30 Minuten.
Because I think I just created the best cake mashup ever. Carrot cake, cheesecake, Biscoff. Let's go. Can confirm this is the most delicious thing I've ever created.
Biscoff apple crumble. I seriously have this like 3 times a week. And we've got a half-eaten apple from Amity today, so that will do the job. A little bit of spray on a ramekin or a tin, chuck your apple in, chuck that in the air fryer while you make the topping. Tablespoon of melted butter, 2 tablespoons of oats, tablespoon of maple syrup, and a little bit of cinnamon. Chuck in your protein powder, just a tablespoon, whatever flavour. I like vanilla best, and a little bit of milk. And just chuck that straight onto the apple. About 10 minutes for that one until it's nice and crispy on top. Biscoff on top and some yogurt as well. Just a little bit of a healthy alternative to the usual apple crumble, guys. You have to try this. It is so good.
Your For You page has been full of crumble slander like mine has, then this video might be for you. This month on Cookbook Club, we're cooking from Cookies and Crumbs, which is a cookbook dedicated solely to cookies. And on the menu today, we're going to be cooking this delicious Biscoff cookie. These cookies were solid in texture, solid in flavour, solid in density, solid all round, and so they deserved a solid 9 out of 10 without question. They tasted especially delicious, dare I say 10 out of 10 material, when served warm with ice cream. The height of the cookie was really quite something. I felt like a pro. I liked how chunky they were. It's a really good recipe. Although I must say that because they're so chunky, half of this cookie is the perfect serving. Any more and I guarantee you'll feel sick after. Or at least I did. I'd seriously recommend baking these if you do end up getting this book. I think next time I might experiment and replace the Biscoff biscuits with pretzels and the spread with salted caramel. Anyway, like I said, 9 out of 10. Tell me what you think I should cook next. The s'mores cookie or the mango chili coconut cookie?
You've heard of the Hershey's pie, right? Well, let's make a Biscoff version. I'm using their new cream-filled biscuits to make this delicious pie, starting off with the cookie base, mixing them with butter, and pressing that into a cake tin. Once that's all pressed in, I'm putting it in the freezer while I get on with the filling. For the filling, I'm whipping up some cream and mixing it with condensed milk. And oh my gosh, it is so yummy. We put the first half into the chilled base, and for the second half, we're mixing it with some melted Biscoff. And this tastes so delicious. I couldn't believe it, to be quite honest. And to get that real Hershey's look, we're going to pipe that on with a star nozzle and then pipe around the outside with just some whipped cream. And to finish it off, you've got to do the drizzle of Biscoff. And what do you think? Did I do it justice? I reckon it does look like a Hershey's pie. The recipe's on my website.
Right, come on then, Bacon TikTok. Let's make a Biscoff serial killer Rocky Road before TikTok actually disowns me. I tell you what, these unfollows are brutal. Brutal, I tell you. So I've given in and I'm going to make a TikTok that you actually like. Well, I hope you do anyway. I mean, you know, could go all wrong. So my chocolate mixture, just the chocolate base for my Rocky Roads, I use about 5 different ingredients. But you can just use chocolate and oil, it will work fine. It's just not the true Sugar Mama experience, but I can't give up my recipe because it's a secret. So to your chocolate base, add some Biscoff spread, add your Biscoff biscuits. I also added cinnamon churros, Rice Krispies, Cocoa Pops and Frosties. And Biscoff biscuits, I can't remember if I said that or not, and marshmallows. Then I pour it all into my pre-lined tin. Then I squish it all down, and I've got a little tip for you. I've got a tip. To get your Rocky Road nice and pressed down, use a bit of wet grease-proof paper, and then pop it on top and squish with your hand, and then you get it all into the crevices.
Did you know making choux pastry is actually really simple and easy, and that you can remix it with your own fillings and toppings? Like I have here Biscoff cream profiteroles topped with hot runny Biscoff. Making choux pastry seems intimidating, but it's actually really simple. First, you combine the water and butter by simmering on the hob. This will only take a couple of minutes, and once that's done, you add your dry ingredients. On a low heat, you want to mix the ingredients until it fully combines into a dough. Cook the dough for a few minutes on the heat. Then take it off the heat and add eggs one by one. Have trust in the process, it will form a sticky dough. You want it to be really stretchy as shown in the video. Then pipe these onto a baking dish with a bit of height so it can be nice and round. Due to stretchiness, you notice peaks forming at the top. These will burn in the heat, so make sure you dab your finger in water and flatten those down. Pop your choux pastries into the oven and they will slowly rise and form a golden crust. This will also maintain its structure and hold, so you can prepare this the night before. Now we want to focus on the simple cream filling. It's really easy, just whip up some double cream with some vanilla and icing sugar. You can keep this plain or add Biscoff if you want extra Biscoff flavour. All there is left to do now is cut your pastries in half and fill them with cream, or you can just pipe them through directly, it's up to you. Warm up the Biscoff in the microwave and let it get runny, and you can serve the profiteroles with hot Biscoff on top, or you can let the Biscoff cool down and serve them cold. Either way, it tastes really, really good. It's such an easy, simple recipe to make, and I really hope you try it out. I hope you enjoy. Bye.
This no-bake Biscoff cake is so good it's making me call everyone in my contacts and tell them I'm sorry for only just coming up with it. Buying the cake part makes this whole thing take about 15 minutes to make. I've got 3 Madeira cakes, but I reckon sticky ginger loaf would work a treat too. If someone asks you if you made the whole thing from scratch, then you just tell them to get a life and stop being so nosy. Did they make the clothes they're wearing? I think not, Natasha. The combo of cream, Biscoff, icing sugar and custard powder make for an incredible texture and flavour. It's sort of moussey and a bit butter creamy. You'll have to try it to see what I mean. If you're not a big Biscoff head, then you can swap it for Nutella or something fruity like lemon curd or jam. The reason I rate this recipe is because I love a layer cake, but they take ages and are dead fiddly to make. But this is so impressive and will look like you've spent hours on it. It's the sort of thing you could give to your nan and she'd say,
"You haven't made that, have you? Oh wow, you should go on Bake Off."
Thing is though, I'd never go on Bake Off because Paul Hollywood gives me the willies. He looks like the kind of bloke who would intentionally go to the toilet when it's his turn to buy a round. Only problem is that I live by myself, so I'm going to be eating this for every meal for the next fortnight. Happy New Year! Love you. Bye.
Pada sesiapa yang rasa macam dia tak pernah buat resepi ni, I pun tak pernah, and this is my first time buat resepi ni. Serius sedap gila, tak perlu nak bake ke apa. Memandangkan I tak ada oven or microwave, then I just guna peti ais je lah, sejukkan, keras and makan terus. Semua ni I beli dekat kedai bakery. Cubalah usah-usah kedai bakery dekat tempat korang tu, kot-kot ada juga bahan-bahan ni, especially yang Lotus Biscoff ni kadang-kadang habis stok lah apa ke kan. By the way, untuk resepi ni I tak guna gula custard ke gula kasar ke apa, tak, sebab I tak nak manis-manis sangat, sebab biskuit ni dah cukup manis. Ni lah dia biskuit dia, tak nak dah letak gula sebab dia punya biskuit ni macam dah ada gula dah. Okey, part ni kita hancurkan biskuit ni sebab kita nak jadikan dia base dengan topping. Untuk base kita cairkan mentega atau butter, tak kisahlah apa you all nak guna, yang penting benda tu sesuai lah, nak keraskan dia kat bawah tu, bagi dia padu rata gitu, and then layerkan kat tengah tu bagi nampak cantik sikit lah kan. Yang ni I cairkan Lotus Biscoff base. Method dia guna kuali, sebab tak ada microwave, tapi tak apalah, boleh je, sama je kan. Kesilapanku keegoanmu, I tertutup pakai penutup kayu ni memang silap lah kan.
Let's make this absolutely stunning no-bake Biscoff Rocky Roads. This is everything you're going to need. A 250 gram pack of Biscoff biscuits, 400 grams of white chocolate, 150 grams of mini marshmallows, 50 grams of unsalted butter and a third jar of Biscoff spreads. Get your butter and your white chocolate and melt that together. While that's melting, you just want to get your packet of biscuits and bash it within an inch of its life. Just get them good and broken up. Then once you've got your butter and your chocolate melted together, you're going to add in 1/3 of a jar of your Biscoff spread. I put this in the microwave just to get it to that runny consistency, and it's literally perfect. Give this a really good mix together. You want it to be completely incorporated and look like this. I could honestly take a bath in this stuff. And then dump in your Biscoff biscuits. Again, these don't have to be like perfectly broken up. It is a rocky road. Throw in your marshmallows, and then just give this another really good stir together. The aim is to make sure that everything is completely coated. Once you've done that, then put it into a tray with some greaseproof paper and push it all down. Just make sure it's meeting all the corners. Once I've done that, I always like to go back over the top with more of the melted Biscoff spreads. Just looks so good. And then put that in the fridge and just let it harden for a couple of hours. Then you can take it out, cut it up into squares, and this is what you're left with. Honestly, you guys, you have to try this. It is unbelievable.